Good day to all of you students. In this video, we will take up sums on relative error and percentage error. Two questions I have written for you. For a sphere, delta r upon r, small r is the radius, that is 0.01. This is relative error in radius. Relative error in radius, 0.01. Find delta v upon v. V will be the volume. So this is relative error in volume and this is percentage error in volume. We have to find two things. So children, whenever these type of questions are there before you, relative error in radius is given and relative error in volume is asked. So first to think, what is the formula connecting volume and radius of the sphere? We all know the formula goes like this. Volume is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube, like this. Now as we have seen, supposing x is the quantity, a raised to p and b raised to q upon c raised to r. So what do we do? Delta x upon x, we write as p times delta a upon a plus q times delta b upon b plus r times delta c upon c. Means power becomes the coefficient and then the relative error. This we already know. So connecting this formula, here we go. See, 4 upon 3 pi is constant, so that will not come in this. Only quantities will come, constants will not come because there is no error in constants. So we neglect the constants. So only we will think about v and r cube. So delta v upon v will become 3 times delta r upon r, and that will be 3 into 0.01 and that is 0.03. This is relative error in volume. If I want percentage error, very easy. Delta v upon v into 100, we will do both sides multiply by 100. So this into 100 will be how much? 3%. This will be percentage error in volume, like this we get. Very easy, children. Look at the next one. For a cylinder, volume is equal to pi r square h. You already know where r is radius, h is the height. Percentage error in the radius and height are 1% and 2%. That means percentage error in radius is 1%. Now right over here, delta r upon r is 1%. Percentage error, so it is not delta r upon r, it is delta r upon r into 100. That is 1. And in height it is 2%. So delta h upon h into 100, that is 2 will. Find the percentage error in volume. So first write v equal to pi r square h. Pi is constant. So delta v upon v will be 2 times delta r upon r plus delta h upon h, according to this formula. Because we want percentage error to be multiply all the terms by 100. So delta v upon v into 100 will be 2 times delta r upon r into 100 plus delta h upon h into 100. So children, this is given to me as 1 and this is given to me as 2. So 2 plus 2, how much? 4. So 4% is the percentage error in volume. So easy. Please copy, children. Please copy. Next one we are having, children. There is a pipe flow. In a pipe there is some liquid flowing. Pressure in a pipe across length L. The length of the pipe is L. Is given by this much. So pressure along the length L is given by this formula 8V eta L pi TR4, like this. V is the volume, L is the length, T is the time, R is the radius, 8 is constant, pi is constant, and eta is coefficient of viscosity, that also is constant, that you will learn in fluid mechanics. Percentage error in volume, length, time, radius r, in volume 1%, length 3%, time 2%, and radius 1%. We have to find percentage error in pressure. So what is the formula for pressure given to us? P is equal to 8 V eta L upon pi TR4. So I will write delta P upon P into 100 because I want percentage error. 8 pi eta, these are constants, so forget about them. Volume, delta V upon V into 100, L, delta L upon L into 100 plus T, delta T upon T into 100 4, so 4 delta R upon R into 100. Note this point very carefully. R raised to 4, so 4 times. So very easy. These are percentage errors. So this is 1 plus delta L is 3 plus time is 2 plus 4 into 1. This will be 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 4, 10%. So 10% is the percentage error in pressure across the length. Please copy, children. Next to some children, kinetic energy of a body is given by K equal to P square upon 2m, where P is the momentum and m is the mass of the body. Momentum you must be knowing, mass into velocity. Anyway, so percentage error in momentum is 3% and in mass it is 2%. We have to find percentage error in kinetic energy. So K formula is already given to me. K is equal to P square upon 2m. So what will it will become? Delta K upon K into 100 is equal to, see, P square means 2 into delta P into 100 plus 2 is constant, forget about it, delta M upon M into 100. So this becomes 2, delta P upon P into 100, percentage error in momentum 3, percentage error in mass 2, so this becomes 6 plus 2, 8%. So easy. Look at next one, children. Force is given by the formula G M1 M2 upon R square. So delta F upon F into 100. G is constant. Delta M1 upon M1 into 100 plus delta M2 upon M2 into 100 and plus 2 times delta R upon R into 100 because R square. What is the percentage error in mass? 2%. So whether it is M1 or M2, percentage error will remain same for both the masses, 2%. So this is 2, this is 2, and in radius it is how much? And in distance, R means distance between two bodies. It is written 2 masses. That is how much? 3. So 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 6, 10. So 10% is the percentage error in measurement of force between the two masses. Please copy, children. So 3 new sums, children. For a sphere, delta R upon R into 100 is 10%. That means this is percentage error in radius given to us, and we are asked to find percentage error in area of sphere. Children, in the first 5 questions that we did, observe that percentage error in each of the cases was less than 10%. Whenever your percentage error is more than 10%, then you cannot go by the formula suggested to you before, or the formula or the method according to which we were doing the first 5 sums. I told you when I was teaching the theory part also, whenever your percentage error will be 10% or more than that, then we will not go by that approximate formula which is mentioned in the textbook. We will have to go for some other method, and therefore we will take up all the sums wherein the percentage change will be more than 10%. So how to do these type of sums whenever your percentage error is 10% or more than 10%. See, children, percentage change in radius is given to me 10%. I want percentage error in the area of sphere. First, think of formula for area of sphere. What is the area of sphere? 4 pi r square. So A dash, new area will become 4 pi r dash square. If I want percentage error in area of sphere, I am looking for change upon actual value into 100. This is the point. Yes or no? If I want percentage error in any quantity, so I find change upon actual value into 100. That becomes percentage error. Change upon actual value. That is the formula for percentage error. If you multiply by 100, if only this much is there, then this is relative error. If you multiply by 100, it becomes percentage error. So I want delta A upon A into 100, means that is change means new minus old upon A into 100. A dash means 4 pi r dash square, 4 pi r square upon 4 pi r square into 100. See, 4 pi gets cancelled out. R dash square minus r square upon r square into 100. I don't know the old radius and new radius. Children, please understand. Percentage change in radius is given to me as 10%. So in such cases, always assume initial value is 100. If 10% will increase, what will be the new value? What is 10% of 100? 10. Increase 10, so it becomes 100 plus 10, that is 110. So now put the values. Always you assume initial value as 100. Always assume initial value as 100 and then find out the new value. If it is increasing by 10%, then 100 plus 10, 110. So R dash will be 110 square, 100 square, 100 square into 100. See, 100 will get cancelled out. Right over here. Oh, sir, here only. 110, see, a square minus b square. A plus b, a minus b. 110 plus 100, 210. 110 minus 100, 10 upon 100. So 100 was gone, 100 remaining. 0, 0 gone. Kitna aayega beta? 21%. If you would have gone by this method, that area equal to 4 pi r square, therefore delta A upon A into 100 is equal to 2 times delta R upon R into 100, like the previous method. So this would be 2 into 10, that would be 20%. But actual answer is 21%. So this difference will come only if your percentage error is 10% or more than 10%. When your percentage error is less than 10%, this difference is not visible too much, therefore you can take up this method or this method. So please remember, this method will be taken up only when the percentage error is less than 10%. As soon as it becomes 10% or more than 10%, go by this method. Please copy, I will do the next sum for you. Please pause, I will do the next sum for you then. See, kinetic energy is given by this formula, mv square upon 2. Now you know m is the mass, v is the speed. When you ride on a bike or in a car, when you move, or in a bus, if you move, your mass does not change, it remains constant. Therefore, mass is constant, it is not changing. There cannot be any change in it. K is the kinetic energy, v is the speed. It is increasing by 50%. So speed has changed by 50%. So we have to find percentage error in kinetic energy. That is not mentioned, but we have to find that. K, percentage error in K is how much? Like this. Okay, so we start from here. K is given to me as half mv square. So I want delta K upon K into 100. That is K dash minus K upon K into 100. That is okay. So if speed will change, then kinetic energy will change. So therefore in K dash what I will write? I will write half m v dash square. See, I am not writing half m dash because mass is not changing. Mass is remaining same. Speed is changing. So K dash means half m v dash minus half m v square upon half m v square into 100. Half m gets cancelled out. So v dash square minus v square upon v square into 100. Again, as I told you, percentage change in speed is given to us, increasing by 50%. So as I told you, supposing initial value is 100, so what will be the new value? 50% increase ho gaya. 50% of 100 is 50, so 100 plus 50, that is 150. Now put the values here. V dash means 150 square, 100 square, 100 square into 100. Get this value. So if I try to get it for you, 1 minute gone. 150 plus 100, 250, 150 minus 100, 50 upon 100. 25 into 5, this will come out to be 125%. Again, see children, if you would have adopted your textbook method, shortcut method, then this would have been delta K upon K into 100, half an n constant 2 times delta V upon V into 100. That would have been 2 into 50 and that would have been 100%. But what is the actual answer? 125%. So please take care when you're finding the percentage error. Please pause and copy. And the third sum for you, written on the board. Radius of the sphere is increasing by 10%. Find the percentage error in volume. So it is given to me that delta R upon R is 10%. Increasing 10% or 10%. We want percentage error in volume. So we want delta V upon V into 100. That will be V dash minus V into 100. See, what is the formula for volume? Volume is 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So V dash will be 4 upon 3 pi r dash cube, 4 upon 3 pi r cube, 4 upon 3 pi r cube into 100. 4 upon 3 pi gets cancelled out, r dash cube minus r cube upon r cube into 100. Again, as I told you, initial value you assume as how much? 100. Radius is increasing by 10, so 100 plus 10 will become 110. So now write over here 110 ka cube, 100 ka cube, 100 cube into 100. Then you simplify it. You will get the percentage error. Okay? Please copy, children. Okay, next to some children. Time period of a pendulum is given by t equal to 2 pi root L by g, where L is the length of pendulum and g is the gravitational acceleration. Percentage error in length is minus 19%. The length is decreased. Minus means decreasing. When error is positive means it is automatically increasing. So if we don't mention that whether error is increasing or decreasing, if it is shown only in plus means it is increasing. If it is decreasing, then it will always show by minus. Find the percentage error in t, the time period. So how do we do it, children? See, t is 2 pi root L upon g. So if I want percentage error in time period, so it will be like this: t dash minus t upon t into 100. T dash means new time period. It will change because length is changing. See, there is change in the length. Gravitational constant, it will remain 9.8 everywhere. So let us assume that g is constant. So t dash becomes 2 pi root L dash upon g minus 2 pi root L upon g upon 2 pi root L upon g into 100. See, 2 pi cancel out and root g from denominator goes. So this becomes root of L dash minus root of L upon root of L into 100. Now, change in length is 19% negative. So I told you original length you always assume as 100. So L dash will be 19% of 100 will be 19. It is decreasing. So 100 minus 19 it becomes 81. So right here 81 minus 100 upon 100 into 100. So 9 minus 10 upon 10 into 100. See, this is 10 and 100. So minus 1 by 10, so this is minus 10%. So time period will decrease by 10%, that is the point. Okay. Look at the next sum. Resistance of a wire is R equal to P upon I square. You must have studied in class 10. Power is I square R. So resistance is power upon I square, where P is power, I is current. It is given to us that power is constant and current is increasing by 20%. What is the percentage error in resistance? So percentage change in the current delta I upon I into 100, that is given to me as 20%. Okay, children, power is constant. See, R is P square upon I, that is given to me. So if I want change in the resistance, that will be R dash minus R upon R into 100. R dash means what? See, power is not changing, current is changing. So I write P square upon I dash minus P square upon I upon P square upon I into 100. See, P square gone from all. So this becomes 1 upon I dash minus 1 upon I upon 1 upon I into 100. and therefore write equal to here, exactly against the main dividing line. Okay, we are not given the initial current. Let us assume it is 100. What will be the final current? I dash 120. Let us write. So this will be 1 upon 120 minus 1 upon 100 upon 1 upon 100 into 100. Simplify, you will get the answer for percentage error in the resistance. Like this you have to do, children. Please pause and copy. Three more sums, children. Momentum P is given by mass into speed. It is given that mass is constant and speed is increasing by 40%. So we have to find percentage error in momentum. So very easy, children. Momentum is given to be mass into speed and this is constant. So if I want percentage error in momentum, so that will become P dash minus P upon T into 100. New momentum means the mass is not changing, only speed is changing. So I write mv dash, I don't write m dash v dash because mass is not changing. Minus mv upon mv into 100. So v dash minus v upon v into 100. As I told you, assume initial value is 100. So v dash, how much it is increasing? 40%. 40% of 100 will be 40. So 100 plus 40 will become 140. So just write 140 minus 100 upon 100 into 100, you will get the answer. Look at next one. Radius of a sphere increases by 50%, that is given to me. So radius is increasing by 50%. Find percentage error in volume. So we have to think of volume and radius of sphere. V is given by 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So delta V upon V I want into 100, that will be V dash minus V upon V into 100. I told you. See, if radius is changing, volume will change. 4 upon 3 pi to constant hai. So this new volume will be 4 upon 3 pi r dash cube minus 4 upon 3 pi r cube upon 4 upon 3 pi r cube into 100. See, 4 upon 3 pi gone from all. So r dash cube minus r cube upon r cube into 100. Now as I told you, assume initial value of radius is 100. How much it is increasing? 50%. So 50% means r dash will become 150. So this becomes 150 cube, 100 cube, 100 cube into 100. Final answer. Okay? Then, about this to do the third sum. Please pause so that you can copy. Please pause, children, so that you can copy this. See, volume of a cone is V equal to pi r square h upon 3, that you already know. 1 upon 3 pi r square h is the formula for volume of cone. H is the height which is given to us as constant. R is the radius which is increasing by 25%. Find the percentage error in volume of the cone. So, volume is given to me as 1 upon 3 pi r square h. I want percentage change in the volume V dash minus V into 100. V dash means what is changing over here? Height is constant, radius is changing. So I write 1 upon 3 pi r dash square h, 1 upon 3 pi r square h upon 1 upon 3 pi r square h. So pi by 3 and h gone from all. R dash square minus r square into 100, of course, into 100. So I told you, assume initial value is 100 for the radius. How much it is increasing? 25%. So what will be r dash? 125. So this will be 125 square, 100 square, 100 square into 100. Get the answer. Pause and copy, children. Two more sums, children. Power P is given by P equal to V square upon R. This formula also you must have seen in class 10, where V is the voltage. It is given, it is rising by 15%. and R is the resistance which is kept constant. Find the percentage error in power. So we take delta P upon P into 100, we want that. That will be P dash minus P upon P into 100. So power is formula given to us as V square upon R. Now why is the power changing? What is changing? Voltage, not the resistance. So R will remain R only, we will not make it R dash. Instead of P dash, we will write V dash square because voltage is changing upon R. V square upon R upon V square upon R equal to sign comes over here in front of the main dividing line. And that is equal to, see R goes from denominator. So this becomes V dash square minus V square upon V square into 100. Initial value of voltage we will take as 100. So V dash will become, it is rising by 15%, it will become 115. So right over here, 115 square, 100 square, 100 square into 100 will get asked. Next one is, the length of a pendulum is given by L equal to kT square, where K is constant and T is the time period. If T is increasing by 50%, find the percentage error in length. It is given to me that L equal to kT square. I want percentage L change in the length. Okay, so delta L upon L, that will be L dash minus L upon L into 100. See, L means kT square. Now why is L changing? Because T is changing. So L dash means K T dash square minus kT square upon kT square into 100. K gone, this becomes T dash square minus T square upon T square into 100. T dash means what? See, original time period will take as 100, as I have been telling you. New time period will be how much? It is increasing by 50, so this will become 150. So just keep the values. 150 square minus 100 square upon 100 square into 100. Solve, you will get the answer. So children, in this video, we have seen how to find out the percentage error whenever percentage error is less than 10% and whenever it is more than 10%. In first 5 sums, the percentage error was less than 10%. Then we use the shortcut formula given by the book. And the remaining 7 to 8 odd sums, every time the percentage change was more than 10% or 10%. Then how to get the percentage error in any other quantity? You have to use this formula which I have been telling you. Please keep in mind, otherwise your answers will be wrong. Thank you children and God bless you. In the next video we will take up some more sums on error. Thank you. It's a very long topic. Thank you. God bless you.